Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 17th of September. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And I like that kind of newsreader delivery, Gary. It's very authoritative, and I need to be authoritative this morning, Gary, because there's some amazing things happening in the marketplace. I'm pretty sure you're aware, given the fact that you were eloquently and elegantly beside me all the weekend as we absolutely smashed the market, or actually smashed is a bad expression, it's kind of a bit aggressive. We stroked the market. We stroked the market, Gary. We finessed the market, and we delivered an 87% clearance rate, which, if I just put my glasses on and look down, because I didn't rehearse this, 27 from 31 auctions, Gary. Shout out to our team, shout out to our buyers, shout out to our sellers, shout out to you, because you came and you added some grey hair to some very tense post-auction negotiations. And I must say, Gary, observantly I say this, it was lovely having you there, and I think you did add a certain gravitas to the post-auction negotiations.
You know, the beautiful thing about getting older is when you're grey, people give you credit, don't they, just for being older. You could be old and stupid. I'm not saying I am, and I don't want you to comment, but you could be old and stupid. But if you're grey and you walk in somewhere with a suit, people go, oh, there's a person with grey hair in a suit, so he must know what's going on. Little do they know, there would be some people with grey hairs and suits that have got no idea. But Philip, you are correct.
Good point.
61% was the industry average, 87%. Put up the towers, give us some Boast music, thank you, and let's just celebrate.
Well,
for a minute.
Just a remarkable weekend. Yeah. And look, viewers, there's a lot of press at the moment about it being a buyer's market more than a seller's market. I will say this, if your pricing is right, and if your campaign is right, and if, of course, you're using Gary Peer and Associates, if you get all of those things right, Gary, you're very likely to have a good result. It's those vendors that go to the market with inflated expectations, poor marketing campaigns, and really substandard agents that might have a lovely suit, might have a shiny leased car,
they have grey hair,
they do not have the experience. And as you interrupted with grey hair, I want to make this comment, Gary, because, you know, I did mention your grey hair gave you gravitas, but I was talking to a lovely couple, a man and a woman together, right? And both of them said you looked more silver fox than elder statesman.
Well, I'll take that, Phil. You have to introduce me to those people. I'm not sure what they've got in mind, but I like them already.
Let me tell you, Gary, silver fox is generally used around George Clooney. I know.
Right? Well, I never really
So take that compliment while it's there.
Well, we both have our first name starting with G, so I suppose a lot in common there. But look, Phil,
I must say that both of those people, when I had that lovely conversation, they said silver fox, and I said, oh, and just out of interest, what do you both do? And they said, we both work at the Braille Library.
Ah, very nice, very boom boom there. Very nice, Philip. Very, very humorous and champagne comedy coming at you right there.
And just so you know, the reason I know about the Braille Library, viewers, is in year 10,
I remember this.
I did work experience at the Braille Library, which I'm pretty sure to this day is still in Commercial Road, Parag.
Next to Wesley, I remember that.
Yeah, so,
I remember you telling me you moved the furniture around. You thought it was so funny, didn't you? A cruel kid he was. A cruel kid.
Anyway, shout out to those people that do work at the Braille Library, and shout out to that lovely couple that did observe, Gary, that you have silver fox status.
And a shout out to those people that are visually impaired, that we are not, being cruel.
Well, Gary, that's why this is a podcast as well.
That's right, it is indeed. Phil, let's just move on a little bit, talk about the weekend. I noticed, by the way, your new auction style. I've got some footage of this. I sneakily film you doing inappropriate things, and I got to tell you, I've got a whole library. So just in case you're thinking of retiring or breaking up our partnership, have I got some stuff on you? And one of the things I've got on you is this new sit-down auction style that you've got. So for some reason, on Saturday morning, you decided to sit down. Let's have a look at this.
Thank you. I've got 20 now. 20. 21, thank you. 22 is a turn. 22. 23. I've got 22. 23, thank you. 24, sir.
So is this now the new way, or is this just a matter of you have a big Friday night out, you just stay out till like 9:30 or something like that, something daring, because it broke your 8 p.m. bed schedule, because this is very, very different for you. Sit-down auctions. You want to talk about that?
So, Gary, look, as you well know, everything is unscripted.
Yes,
but,
it is.
On Saturday morning, I obviously start my morning in the gym.
How bad was the weather on Saturday morning?
We'll get to that.
Freezing.
That was shocking.
Anyway,
but I start my morning in the gym, and in between sets, Gary, that's multiple sets.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know what a set is. But in between multiple sets, I looked at my diary and I saw 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. I looked at that and I thought, you know what? I'm going to get as many breaks as I possibly can during the day. So yes, I'm incorporating that into my routine when I've got a heavy auction workload.
Do you think maybe you need to work more at the auction and maybe just take the breaks outside of the auction rather than the other way
Do you
around?
know what? I've got to tell you, Gary, I'm thinking about this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about bringing my personal masseuse to the auctions.
Oh, is that right?
So that when I am sitting down in the middle of the auction, my masseuse can come over and just relieve the tension in my neck.
I'm not even going to comment on that, because whatever I would say now will just get us into
Correct,
trouble.
correct.
But what I do know is between you and me on Saturday morning, we did a lot of exercise. Between the two of us, we did a lot of exercise. And didn't we? Between the two of us, we did a lot. And on late Saturday afternoon, we did a lot of punting between the two of us too. Phil, let's just talk a little bit about something else that happened on the weekend, because, I always like these things that happen to us. I started an auction. I want to talk about the vendor bid, Philip. Because,
bid?
people watch this and,
quite
language we have that we talk about every day, some people don't understand, we just talk about this, talk about that, and we abbreviate things, and the OFI, and this happened, and the database, and let's talk about the
CRM.
CRM, yeah, exactly
CPI.
CPI, exactly right. So I just want to talk about the vendor bid, because I made a vendor bid. So vendor bid, viewers, just for those that aren't that familiar with it, some people just watch for entertainment and fun, not necessarily education. So the vendor bid is a bid that is declared on behalf of the vendor by the auctioneer. We read those rules out.
That's right.
By the way, in those rules, it says that major disruptions are forbidden, and every single time I read that, I always smile about that. And also the rules say that you can't actually prohibit another or discourage another person bidding. Yet when someone bids, that is in itself a discouragement from someone else, isn't it? Because the price is going up.
Well, it could be an incitement to bid, Gary.
Well, no, but I think it's a disincentive. Like if you're buying a house and I'm buying a house and I bid, you have to now pay more.
The thing that I want to know is what is the definition of a major disruption?
Yes.
What is the definition of a
minor
minor
disruption?
disruption? Right. And what is the definition of just a disruption?
Exactly right. And I think we need to get Consumer Affairs onto this, Philip, because they are wise, they are helpful, and they are doing everything they can to help the industry be better.
Has there ever been a prosecution over a major disruption?
And what happens when you are prosecuted? I mean, do you serve time? Do you have to go on a chain gang, out
in Mississippi.
Yeah,
You're sent straight to a Mississippi chain gang.
Yeah.
I'm working on the
road, working for the man, because what did I do? I did a major disruption at the auction, and that's it. I'm doing hard time now, breaking rocks.
Imagine that. You're on the chain gang in Mississippi, right?
And you turn to the guy next to you,
and everybody's like tattooed and
disfigured, wild and angry and crazy eyes.
Crazy, and there we've got a triple murderer,
exactly
and this
right.
person,
this mass
whatever,
murder, terrible person.
And then there's a pedophile, of course,
bank robber over there.
All of these people, and then
there's this little guy,
this little accountant,
and he goes
with glasses,
and they go, "What did you do? What's your crime, man?" And he says, I did a major disruption at an auction.
And then imagine this, all of a sudden they all lean back.
And
then
whoa,
he's protected.
He's protected. Man, don't mess with him. He did a major disruption at an auction. Anyway, I've got so far off track, and that's what we do to each other. Anyway, the vendor bid, that's what I was. How did we get there? The vendor bid is put in on behalf of the vendor, basically as an underpinning figure of where a property is going to get sold beyond. So I put in a vendor bid at $1,300,000 for Unit 1 at $371 that I wrote.
Yes.
And I called for bids above it.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, I'll give you 1.2.
Yes.
And I said, well, as far as I'm aware, in all my years in real estate, an auction's about the price going up, not going down.
Yeah.
And if I take bids going down, you'll end up having the home for free eventually. Anyway, then the person said, oh, okay, got it. And then he bid 1.22. So he still made another bid below my bid.
No, but it was above his first
So
bid.
he was having his own little auction and his own
that.
rules. Anyway, we had a lot of fun with this particular buyer who was particularly tall and, stood over me.
Did he actually end up buying it?
He did. He bought it for his friend, and well done to him. Anyway, a bit of fun there. One last thing before we get into the results is I was actually called from a journalist, a very well-known and very a journalist of high intelligence, high integrity.
Jana
Philip.
Wendt?
No, so better than Jana. I
remember
won't say
Jana
that. I
Wendt?
remember Jana Wendt. She was wonderful, wasn't she?
Yep.
She was lovely.
Think
Those-
about who else it could have
those
been.
beautiful
Richard
eyes.
Carlton?
No, it wasn't
Sad,
Richard Carlton.
no longer
Sad.
with us?
Exactly. Anyway, I won't say the name, but they asked whether anybody had ever sold a home or had asked for a home with a panic room. Have you heard that? So that
Is
was
that- is that
interesting,
what's
wasn't it?
coming, is
Yeah,
it?
so
Oh, my
panic
Lord.
room. So I spoke to Adam in marketing, who does the most incredible job.
Yeah.
And I've said to him, show me a panic room icon.
Yeah.
So when you have a board and you have 3 bedrooms, 2 parking, 2 bathroom, then you have the panic room icon. So here's what he came up with. That's what he thinks. I think it's fantastic.
Well,
so that
funny,
could be the
funny
panic
that
room.
you should
Yeah.
say that because just literally a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
I bumped into a very well-known cabinet maker and joinery
Yep.
man who has a fabulous business, and probably for the purposes of this story, I won't give him a shout out.
Okay.
But you know who you are, the man that makes an incredible steak that has invited me to his house before, and I
Well.
have not yet said yes because I was too busy, but I will say yes eventually.
I wanna go- I wanna go to that house.
particular person,
Yeah.
right? You know who you are.
I know who he is too.
And he showed me a photo
Yeah.
of a panic room
There you go.
that he is incorporating into the joinery fit out of a property
Well.
that he is doing. So, Gary, I think that, I mean, if you have a panic room,
Yep.
you're not going to advertise it, are you?
Well, I don't think you'll have the icon there yet.
No, I
Not
mean,
sure.
you don't want people knowing.
Is there a
you've
panic
got
room shop, like a panic room us or something like that?
That's
Or do
it.
we get? And I wonder what type of panic room? You know, it could be a
Correct.
whole industry out there that we don't know about.
Correct.
Or is there a buying category that you can look and search for panic rooms? Look at home, because you can look at homes by area, price range, bedrooms. Maybe by panic room, another search engine.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get on. We're getting stupid now,
Yeah.
but that's always been the way. Let's keep going, Phil. We've got plenty to talk about auctions this weekend. We have 37 of the finest properties coming under the hammer. Before we do that, talk a little bit about the weekend that was, because didn't you have a little party on Sunday morning at the property in Lyndock Avenue, I beg your pardon?
Shout out to everybody that's been through that house.
Yep.
Shout out to, of course, to our vendors who did entrust us with this
You know,
incredible home.
that vendor was actually, I saw a movie about that vendor, a documentary about that vendor. I don't know if you know that, but you must see it. Anyway, incredible story. Let's go on. We had a little break there. You would have seen this little bit of a switch over because you had a big sneezing attack. Yeah. One day we'll show the bloopers on
that
here.
house in Lyndock Avenue. Again, if you've got a 1960s or a 1970s house, no one sells them better than we do. We love them. Absolutely love them. That was beautiful. Best built-in furniture in that house.
Incredible home and fantastic
Sold it to
auction.
some lovely people too, in case you're
did.
watching.
Yes, so well done to buyer and seller alike. Philip, McKinnon Road, I auctioned this fantastic apartment that was like a penthouse style apartment above its range. It went up to 650 the range, but it went beyond that into the high sixes, Philip.
I love the way you've just described a penthouse style apartment.
It is.
And then said 650.
Yeah, I know. Well, I said that at the auction. I said, you know, this is like a penthouse because it's on the rooftop with a huge terrace.
Yeah.
It wasn't as big as a penthouse, you know, typical penthouse. But I said, where do you get a penthouse under $2 million?
I reckon that is probably a frustration of the buying public, Gary, is the loose description of 2 words, right? Luxury
Yeah, that was
and penthouse.
Okay.
I mean, if you think about it, you've just described a property as a penthouse that sold for 650 with probably, I don't know, 80 square metres.
Yeah.
And luxury, the agents, we all talk about luxury.
Are you just trying to create trouble, are you?
No,
Is that
I'm
what
not.
you're
I'm
doing? I mean,
just trying to
what's your
bring some
point?
truth to this show
What
because
truth?
2 overused expressions are the word luxury.
Overused according to you,
and
who uses it
penthouse.
yourself.
And
Okay.
penthouse.
Look, watch one of his videos, you know, and see what we want to see repeat terms. Oh, the kitchen is the epicenter of all family living. Yeah,
and it is, Gary. That part is true, right?
Can you get a new line, a new script writer or something?
No, that is so accurate.
Hey, we went to Bentley East together to 1A Roslyn Crescent. It was bloody wet, Phil. That's what it was. It was bloody wet. Can I say that? Because it was pouring and wet and miserable, but didn't stop that auction from being hotly contested, Philip. It sold, I'm happy to say, for a disclosed price of $1,827,000, Phil. And Cromwell Street, well, it was good to see you there and good to get that sale away. And congratulations to the vendors who had tried to sell that before, unfortunately didn't quite go the way that it should have, or they would have liked to have. But lo and behold, Philip, we've sold it under competition for in excess of the range, which
And Gary,
finished at
three
2.1.
bidders on that too,
Yep.
which was wonderful.
Yep. 62 Hoffman Street, Philip. We've been associated with that building for a long time. We sold the building. We've sold a number of apartments in the building, and we've now just sold the last apartment
the last
there.
one.
So we have to say
that story has now reached its conclusion,
Yes.
Gary. But a shout out to the people that took that building from really an unrenovated but beautiful and solid building, transformed it into what it is today. And a shout out to the buyers who are going to love living there.
61 Murray Street, Philip, in Caulfield. Is a beautiful period home, so pristine as presentation. Congratulations to the vendor and the buyer of that home, Philip. Undisclosed, the range was 3.4 to 3.75. Suffice to say, it sold within the range because that'll become public sooner or later. But unbelievably beautiful home that sold, Philip. Lindock Avenue, of course, was hotly contested. Was a bit of a runaway auction, but well done again. First time offered in a long, long time, wasn't it?
Many
Phil?
decades.
3 Sagamore Court. You had a bit of fun there.
Oh, what an amazing crowd, and what an amazing court.
Yeah, I love that court.
And you know, all of our material generally is unscripted. We don't sit at home on a Saturday night going, "Oh, I wonder what I'm going to say at Sagamore."
Yes, not that we've got any better to do, but yeah.
That's right. But I arrive at Sagamore, and it is a very small court. I think there's only 7 houses in the court. Everybody knows everybody. And I was having a quick chat with the vendors, and I had a kind of essence of what I was going to say, but there would have been 150 people at the auction. And I said to the vendors, you know, you must be a sentimental day for you moving on. He said to me, and they said to me, look, you know, this house has meant everything to us. Our daughter got married in the court. And I said to her, oh, what, the car picked her up and took her somewhere to get married? No, she got married in the court.
In the court.
So they set up in the court, and everybody, the celebration, the wedding celebration, was in the court.
Isn't that a lovely concept?
And I said to you, did you ask permission from the council? And they looked at me like I was an idiot. And that part they got right. And they said, no, look, you know, everybody's our friend in the court. Well, we didn't even think to ask council.
I wonder whether the council they'd have a view about that. I think they would.
Article 7, subsection 2, clause 17, part 1 says no marriages will take part on a public road without the permission of a full council meeting.
Fair enough, Phil.
Yeah,
and you know what?
dig.
There's something in that, isn't there? I don't know what it is, but there's
You know,
something in that.
if they'd actually requested from council, council would have had to refer to that subclause, and then subclause 18, part 3.4 says council will grant permission once once Vic roads.
Yes.
Yes,
and
that is a road, so you have to get approval from Vic roads.
Yeah, and I hope they can't get fined retrospectively. You might have pulled the pin on them.
And imagine if you tried to get permission to do all of that.
Yes.
Right? These people would be celebrating their 50th wedding
That's
anniversary.
exactly right. I have to wait for the process. There you go. Look, Phil, it's hot now with council because the elections are coming up. There's boards up everywhere.
Good luck to them all.
Good luck to every candidate. They're fighting on the streets, Philip, ripping their eyes out, tearing their hair out to get that job on council. And by the way, met the mayor the other day, as you did.
Yes,
what a lovely
seems
lady
like a
she
very
is.
nice person.
Very nice lady.
Shout out to the city of Glen Ira, though, because that's what we're talking about specifically.
Now he wants to suck up to you because he's just abused you.
Essentially, it is a very well-run council area. That's what I will say. Don't agree with everything, but I can say the roads, everything, it's a wonderful place to live.
And you know what, Phil?
and work.
We're able, in a democracy, we're able to disagree. Respectfully disagree.
We are,
should
but
be.
I suggest you don't.
Okay, fair enough, I won't. 377 Glen Ira Road. Phil, I want to talk about this house. It has not yet been sold, but it's been repriced to 1,625. 1,625, Philip, for a freestanding home, solid brick home on a decent block of land with a north-facing back garden. That is a screaming purchase.
buy.
Yeah.
Gary, I'm going to wrap this up because we've got to
we've got one more house.
No, I want to talk about the house that we sold in Cranham
That's
Street,
what I'm getting
Gary.
to.
Okay.
Great minds.
If you haven't seen this house, it is sold now, so it's too late. But Google it because it is unbelievable. This is just the most
Number
stunning
6,
house.
Cranham
And I
Street.
want to congratulate the husband and wife team, building family.
Yep.
They built the most incredible house.
They did.
Not only was it a fabulous home inside, but architecturally, it was stunning. It was just such a great family home. And we've sold it to what I think is the nicest family.
Yes.
Who he said to me after we'd wrapped up the negotiation, he says, I'm buying this subject to one thing. Phil, he said, you got to come over and have a beer in the hot tub with me. And I thought to myself, well, of course I said yes straight away because I wanted to make sure that he signed the contract.
I'm not sure.
But I'm just thinking to myself, how that's going to go down. like, what does one wear? What does one wear when another bloke, happily married family guy and a super guy, I really like this guy, but I've never been invited by another bloke to come and have a beer with him in his hot tub.
You kind of teased that out a bit in the auction because you started saying, you know, when the lights go off here and the kids are asleep, it's like, woo, because, you know, like, because you would know, right? So, because when your lights go out at home and the kids were asleep when you were a kid, like, you know, you were doing dress ups and dancing around the house with your wife, weren't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, so, look,
what do you think? Do you get a spray tan?
I
Seriously, because I'm white. Right?
Yeah,
I'm in shape, but I'm white.
Yeah, I got to eat lunch today.
Like if he invites you over, right?
yeah.
First of all, do I wear boardies? Do I wear speedos? And do you get a spray tan?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stay right away because, you know, we could be talking about you doing grooming, you know, your body and all sorts. I don't even want to go there. You know, let's just move along, Phil. We've got auctions, plenty of
What do
them.
we got?
37 auctions. Let's
Wow.
rip on through them. We cannot wait for the weekend, and we won't, Philip. We can't, and we won't. Let's just get into 38B Paloma Street because that is already on Wednesday, Philip, at
Gary,
5:30
and
p.m.
the most beautiful home, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, everything that opens and shuts. That is magnificent.
Bilson Street's going up on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. and you're the auctioneer. Vanessa McGlynn's handling that.
Gary, love this one. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a lock-up garage, courtyard gardens. That is immaculate and magnificent.
While that's on, Philip, at the same time, it's going to be a switcheroo of auctioneers because Simon Rodolnik is auctioning in Daphne Street in Bentley East.
Lovely property. This one, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and also a lock-up garage. Great value.
And the Philip Kingston Auction Show moves on Thursday night, 6:30 at 44 Leopold Street.
Looking forward to meeting Leon Gusenfitter and Vanessa McGlynn there. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That's a very, very pretty home.
Let's rip into the weekend, Philip. We're going to start off in Chapel Street. We've got 10:30 auctions, 4 of them. One at 16A is my first auction. Vanessa McGlynn's been handling this
With
beautiful
John
old style
Sweeper,
apartment.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space, massive courtyard garden. That is a ripper.
And Rishi Thacker is meeting with Leo Samuel at 10:30 in Dandenong Road, Carnegie. Tell us
Gary,
about
2
it.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a fantastic terrace. I really like that apartment. Great building.
You're going to have a nice start on Saturday morning, darling. At number 4 at 136 to 138 Darling Road, Melbourne East.
Gary, matter of coincidence, but I went to a show the other night and happened to sit next to the developer of this property. So
that right?
shout out to him. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. That is the most magnificent property. Double lock-up garage. That's got everything that opens and shuts. Looking forward to that.
We kick off our first auction in Murrumbeena at 10:30 in Hooper Street. This time, Jeremy Rosens is the auctioneer.
Mark Kirkham and Uddy are there. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and beautiful land around it. That is a fantastic property.
Leo Samuel is hopping off to Hughesdale, Kangaroo Road, Philip, number 104, meeting Dizzy Wang. It's the Wing Wang team.
No, it's not. It's Christian DeFreck this time. That's a wonderful home. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, lots of land. That is a wonderful home.
I drove past this house the other day, Tucker Road, McKinnon, just near the little ice cream store, Phil. It's a great ice cream store near the corner there of Tucker Road. But anyway, this is a great property. Leon Gusenfitter is the agent. You're the auctioneer.
Meeting Jan Dosen there, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. Really like that home. And what a smorgasbord of McKinnon, Hughesdale, Murrumbeena auctions we have.
Stunning apartment in Orong Road, Elstonwick, Philip. I'm looking forward to conducting that auction at 11:30.
Pretty as a picture, this one, Gary. This is with Daniel Peer, Arlene Joffe, Romy Skolnick and Bernard Mell. We've got a whole smorgasbord of agents there. What a beautiful home.
Ann Street, 11:30, Jeremy Rosens, the auctioneer for this terrific property.
Meeting Nikki Jana over there, Gary. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. This home is absolutely stunning, and Ann Street is a wonderful street.
Is it going to sell or is it going to pass in? We don't know, but at 12 noon, Is It Street Paran is being auctioned by Simon Rodolnik.
Meeting Monique Robin there, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and a car space, and what an incredible location.
Triple auction, Action Philip in Dandenong Road, Caulfield North. Daniel McMucker has been handling that. Jeremy Rosens is the auctioneer.
Gary, wonderful property, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and plenty of car parking, a lock-up garage, wraparound courtyard gardens.
Stunning town residence happening at Lillymill Road, Ormond, Philip, at 12:30.
Gary, Aviv and Izzy are meeting there. This is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a lock-up garage, a double lock-up garage in the basement. So that's a really good home.
Weber Street, Brighton East, Philip, 12:30. Mark Kirkham's handling
Great
it.
homes just keep coming, Gary. We've got Mark and Uddy meeting there. 5 bedrooms and a study, 3 bathrooms, 3 car spaces, 646 square metres of prime land.
Daniel Peer has been handling this apartment in Alma Road, Jeremy Rosen's auctions at 1:30 p.m.
Gary meeting Romy, Bernard and Arlene there as well. That is a great property. We love that part of Alma Road.
Hartington Street, Elsternwick is a fine address, and what a pretty home is being auctioned by you at 1:30 p.m.
And I am meeting Joel Sir at Dun Gutman there. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking, carport for 2 cars. That's a great property and looking forward to that.
Leo Samuel's auctioning at 2:30 in Centre Road, one of our mini 2:30 auctions, and this is a great looking property
What
too.
a stunning property. Leo and Aviv have auction honours there. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a lock-up garage. Gary, that's got everything that opens and shuts, including a turntable at the front. That's clever.
You're going to be in Pascoe Avenue, Bentley at the same time at 2:30, meeting Leon Guzenfitter for the auction.
Together
of this
with
home.
Leo Bar, they're doing a great job. This is 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. And we've got, of course, a double tandem lock-up garage. That's a very pretty home and great street.
Our third and final auction at 2:30, Philip, is in Sydney Street, Murrumbina.
And that is an auction again, the Daniel Peer, Bernard Mill, Romy Skolnick, Arlene Joffe team. And that's a really good apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space.
I don't know if I'm going to be seeing the girls on the avenue, Philip, but I'm hoping to see some buyers on the avenue at 3 p.m. in Windsor. I'm meeting Mark Kirkham, Nutty.
Together with Uddy, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space. That's a really good looking property, together with a courtyard garden, which really takes it from good to great.
Philip, you're going to be doing your last auction, and it's a big day for you on Saturday. This time you'll be in Dickon Street, Elwood.
Gary, love to finish there because I might go and have a glass of wine in Ackland Street or Blessington Street at one of my favourite cafes. This is a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 lock-up garage apartment. Now, this apartment looks out over the gardens. It's a great building, a great 60s stroke 70s building, and that is a super large apartment.
Brentwood Street in Bentley, Philip. It's going to be auctioned at 3:30 by Leo Samuel.
Gary, Mark Wynn and Leo Samuel there, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space.
And Bayside living at its finest, Philip, and affordable. 3:30 p.m. Simon Redonic auctions for Leo Samuel in Beach Avenue, Elwood.
No, Leo Bar, Gary and Leon Guzenfitter. This is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a really good looking building and part of the Elwood Groove.
Indeed, I've just got a little bit of a misread on that one, Phil. But let's move on to Sunday. We've got triple auction action at 10:30. 107 Orong Road, Elsternwick is being auctioned by you.
Thank you, Gary. 533 square metres of prime land, together with a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom house with off-street car parking for 2 cars. I'm meeting Mark Kirkham. I'm meeting Sally. I'm meeting Uddy. Looking forward to that.
And I'm going to go to my favourite planet at 10:30 a.m, Philip, and that is not Uranus, Philip, but it is Saturn Street. We are going to be there at 10:30 auctioning this terrific home.
Daniel, Romy, Bernard and Arlene, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a lock-up, double lock-up garage, Gary, together with courtyard gardens. That is a really good home.
How much do we love the block on the corner of Alma Road and Lansdowne Road, Philip?
We do.
That's 190 Alma Road, and Leon Guzenfitter has been selling a number of apartments there, this time Jeremy Rosen's auctions.
Together with John Sweepo, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a basement lock-up car space, as in it's a car space in the basement. That is a great property.
I'll be joining you for one of Caulfield North's best offerings of 2024, Philip. It's been a home owned by many generations by the same family. That is in prestigious 47 Lumia Road in the middle of the Golden Mile.
One of your last opportunities, Gary, to get a big parcel of land in one of the top 3 streets of Caulfield North. It's also on the west side. It's 1,059 square metres of land, together with the most amazing 23.16 metre frontage, which really makes building your dream luxury home just so easy. They're subject to council approval as well, together with a very lovable, livable family home.
There's something very regal about this next auction, Philip, because it's in Royal Avenue, Glen Huntly, and this time Graham Callan's got the auction.
Meeting David Thompson there. Gary, this is 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. That's a really good property.
Your third auction out of 5, I think, for the day, or 6, Phillips, in Pierce Street, a great address, a good-looking home.
I really like this development and really like the owners of this property. Really nice people. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage and a carport. That's a really good property. Incredibly well located. I'm meeting there Romy, Daniel, Bernard and Arlene.
Double auction action at 1:30, Philip, 5 at 19 Hawthorne Road. It's being auctioned by Leo Samuel.
Gary, great location there. Aviv and Izzy are there. And so that's a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage, which is highly unusual for an apartment.
I'm meeting Daniel Fisher and Joel Sir and you. I'm going to come along to this auction, Philip, at 1:30 because I love this home in Victoria Avenue, Ripponlea.
Doesn't get any prettier than this. 3 bedrooms and a bathroom, Gary, and a beautifully deep back garden. Beautiful now, but so much potential.
We've got 3 auctions at 2:30, Philip, including 10 at 5, Lansdowne Road. I'm going to be meeting young Daniel Peer there. I'm looking forward to the auction at 2:30.
Love that location, and Romy, Bernard and Arlene will be there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space.
And just around the corner from there at East St Kilda, I should say Caulfield North, Leo Samuel is involved in this sale and auctioning this property.
Anstey there,
All
2
on road.
bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a secure car space there, Gary, together with a storage cage, walking distance from our office. If you buy it, drop in and have a coffee.
One of our feature property offerings. You have to wait till Sunday, late in the afternoon, Philip, at 2:30 p.m. But Simon Rodolnik's excited, you're excited. I'm looking forward to the auction of this 13 Marara Road, Parkside Living.
5 bedrooms, Gary, and a study, 5.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, and wait for it, an indoor swimming pool, all on 880 square metres of Caulfield South's primest.
And if that doesn't impress you, Philip, then the home at 330 in Empress Road will. This is a beautiful property, number 56 going up.
Fallen in love with this home, Gary. Check out the video online. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, off-street car parking, the most beautiful Victorian facade with a killer 2-storey extension.
Phil, we have 5 auctions to review very quickly. One of those in Brighton East in Thomas Street. Great looking home, and
Gary,
I know Daniel loves this, as
this is
we all
an
do.
incredible property, Gary. I loved doing the video there with Daniel. This is the house with absolutely everything. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, parking for 5 cars in the basement, or 10 if you've got those little mini smart cars. And of course, that was just a joke, not a guarantee or a warranty.
Yes.
But that's an incredible property.
Another one upcoming, Philip, is in Asling Street, Brighton. I think we might need to reprice this because we were overwhelmed by the rush of people. We did review the price, but we might have to do it again,
3
Phil.
bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, lock-up garage, beautiful back garden. That is a winner.
Good spot in Asling Street, Philip. Let's move to Carnegie, number 46, Emily Street, Dizzy Wang.
4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and of course a double lock-up garage. That's the house with the lot. I reckon that's the Big Mac of houses in Carnegie.
And that is with Dizzy Wang and Christian de Vries. Philip, we are going to wrap up with 2 final offerings. One is in number 1, Langdon Road, a great street, a pretty home, but a great parcel of land.
Gary, 630 square metres of land in one of now Caulfield North's best streets. That is a winner.
And love this pretty home and affordable home at 303 Bamber Road in Caulfield South.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space, Gary. That is a winner. What a smorgasbord of offerings, Gary.
Doesn't get better than that, Phil. We are in the spring. We're loving it. We're getting great clearances, some beautiful offerings. There's plenty of activity. There's plenty of buyers, plenty of sellers. It's all happening. Just stay healthy and strong and see it through to the end of the year, won't you?
I will,
Please.
Gary. Thanks for being again on GPTV with me. It's always lovely to have you as my anchor. You silver fox. You. I'm Philip Kingston. Have a great week.
I'm Gary Peer. Have a great week. Thanks for watching.